Yeah. Looks like we're live. Yes. It is awesome when things work. Hey, I am so glad you're here. We're going to be talking about this guy named Grant Cardone. Some of you know him. We're going to talk about him today. We're also going to talk about time travel and time machines. We're in a series called Spring Break where we're going to talk about spring break. A lot of you, your kids are on spring break this week, or maybe you're headed into a spring break depending on where you are in the world. Some of you might already had spring break and you're like, man, sure could have used this series last week. Maybe that's you. I'm not sure exactly where you're at, but we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the power of utilizing these breaks to ultimately fuel, right? To fuel your momentum, not to break your momentum, not to take away from where you've gone or what you've accomplished and where you're going, but ultimately to add into that. So we're going to talk about all that and more on today's episode of #Rise and Grind. I'm super glad you're here. When I clapped, that was weird. The sound went away. I am super glad you're here. Thanks for being with me, and let's dive in.
Good morning, and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind.
Because it's time to rise and grind. That's right. Good morning. How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. I'm just kidding. Today is Wednesday, aka CMA Day. That's right. Carter Myers Automotive Group. We call Wednesday CMA Day because I get the honor of spending every Wednesday with the Carter Myers Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group in the world. They're just absolutely incredible. We're talking about a group of 23 different dealerships in the Virginia area, all different makes and models, filled with amazing superhumans, like some of the names that you know right here on the show. For those of you that are frequent regulars of the show, a lot of people that watch this show are part of the Carter Myers Automotive Group. And what's amazing, one of the things that's amazing about Carter Myers Automotive is every one of their associates is an owner. That's right. Every one of their associates is an owner. They give ownership into their company to everybody that works there. And they've got jobs, everything from like accounting to detail to maintenance to tech, things on the tech side of the world, to sales, to, working on cars, stocking parts, you name it. If you're looking for a place to build a career, if you're looking for a place to be a part of a family, if you want to be part owner of your own business, dude, I highly suggest Carter Myers Automotive Group. They're amazing, and you can always message me if you have any questions about that. But I just get the honor of working with them every Wednesday, which is so freaking cool because I learn as much as I teach is kind of how I feel about that particular thing. So it's this two-way street that's amazing, right? So we call Wednesday CMA Day for that reason. And today is also March 22nd, 2023, and the first and the last time it will ever be Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Hey, do me a favor, over on Facebook, I can already tell sometimes Facebook will hide us in the feeds. We've been dealing with this for 5 years now. I don't know why they do that, but it is what they do sometimes. So do me a favor, for those of you over on Facebook, make sure you tag your friends and family members that you know are usually a part of our show. They might be having a hard time finding the live feed this morning. So if you could do that, that would be great. And then, of course, those of you over on Twitter Spaces, which is a new space we're in now, for those of you over on Twitter Spaces, if you could tweet this out. That sounds so gangster, right? I need you to tweet this out. if you would, tweet it out into the, what do they call that? The Twitter hallways, to the nest. Tweet it out to the nest. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know that we're on Twitter Spaces, and I'm super excited to meet some new people and continue to expand our network. Not just for me, but more for you. The more people that we get into the network, the more like-minded, like-hearted individuals that we have. Not like-minded, like-hearted. We don't care about like-minded around here. Democrat, Republican, black, white, tall, short, pretty, ugly. That part don't matter. We just share a heart for impact, right? We share a heart for impact. So super excited to meet more people out there. It's going to be incredible. So do me a favor, tweet it out. And then, of course, over on Facebook, hit that share button. You know what to do over on YouTube as well. So I am coming to you live from Miami. This is not my norm. For those of you that are watching the full production, this is clearly not my normal studio background. I'm coming to you live from Miami, Florida. Now, I couldn't really tell you that yesterday. For those of you who were watching the show yesterday, I could not tell you I was going to Miami, Florida, because last night we celebrated and had a surprise birthday party for my friend, Mr. Grant Cardone. Check this out.
Happy birthday! You're not gonna wait. I have to say
What's up, brother? How you doing?
he's not gonna.
Yeah, so he was super surprised. It was super cool. We had to keep it on the down low. But it was really cool last night to see kind of like behind the curtain, as you would say, with Cardone and his family on such a special day. So Grant Cardone turned 65 years old. Thanks for those of you who are over on Facebook. That number really jumped. So you guys did a really great job over there. Grant Cardone turned 65 yesterday. And his wife, Elena Cardone, she messaged me Monday night, I guess. No, to Sunday night. I woke up to it Monday morning because yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, so I woke up to it Monday morning, and Mrs. Elena Cardone, she sent me a message, and she said, "Hey, Glenn, I know it's short notice. Any chance that you could be in Miami? We're throwing a surprise birthday party for Grant Cardone, and I know that he would love for you to be there." So on very short notice, I did something super, super cool, right? I jumped on my jet. That's right. I called the pilot, said, "Yo, need to go down to Miami. We got to make sure that it's business," which I'll explain here in a minute, right? But I need to go to Miami. So I called and I jumped on the jet, right? Jumped on the jet and flew on down and was able to be a part of this once in a lifetime for him experience, right? A 65th birthday experience, which was super, 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 super amazing. And I felt honored to be in the room with these incredible, incredible people. Now, here's what's cool about that. I mean, obviously there's plenty of things that are cool about that, but the jet thing. So check it out. So like I told you, it's got to be, when we're using the jet, we got to use it for business, and we got to make sure that we max out the minutes when we use that thing. So now here we are today, right? Last night, I'm in the room with just amazing superhumans from all over the world. This morning, here's what we'll do. Check it out. So this morning, we're going to go Miami to Tampa. We're going to leave here at 8 o'clock this morning. We're going to go from Miami to Tampa, Florida. What's in Tampa, Florida? Brad Wise, Furman Chevrolet. So we're going to go from Miami to Tampa at 8 a.m. this morning. Then at 9 a.m., we're going to jump on to our training with Carter Myers Automotive Group, right? We'll do that at 9 a.m. I'll be in Tampa for that. So I'm in Miami now. I will be in Tampa at 9 a.m., which I will do my Carter Myers Automotive training, spend some time with Liza and that particular group at 9 a.m. Then That meeting will get done at 10. Then at 10, my friend Adi Arazzini, who is the owner and founder of Teamy Blends, she's amazing. She's going to pick me up at 10 o'clock in Tampa, and I'm going to drive over to where Brad's at, right? And Furman Chevrolet. So we're going to do a meeting with the Furman Chevrolet people. We're going to talk to Brad about some stuff that him and I are going to put together. So I'm going to talk to him about that. Then, check this out. Then from there, I'll leave there around 12:30, I guess it is. I will leave there, and I'll fly over to Jacksonville. I'll fly to Jacksonville. And then when I get to Jacksonville, I'll land there, and I'll do a meeting. I'll do my 800% Club training with the owners and the general managers of car dealerships that I work with. I'll do that training at 2 o'clock from Jacksonville, right? I don't know where that feedback is coming from all of a sudden that I'm hearing. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll do that meeting from Jacksonville at 2 o'clock, right? That'll go till 3. And then when I get done with that, I'll jump back on the jet and take the last stretch home, which will get me home in time for dinner. I'll be home by like 5:30 to have dinner with my wife and with my kids. And that, my friends, is why and how this freaking time machine, this thing about this jet, dude, is how it freaking makes sense, right? Show, boom. Flight, boom. Tampa, boom. Training, boom. In-store, boom. On-site, boom. Another flight, boom. Another training, boom. Another flight, boom. Home. Can't do that with the commercial airlines, baby. You can't do that. And because we've got all that business that's mixed in there, I can use it also to do what I did last night, which was get to share an experience with a very good friend and got to meet some really, really incredible people. See? So that's the power of the time machine. I only share that with you guys because, A, I want to inspire you to reach those levels if that's something that you want to do. But B, my intention as I continue to grow in my career and in my life, I like sharing all of this stuff with you guys so you can just figure out how it works and know just candidly and authentically, like all the things. Like I have no interest in ever shutting the curtains behind success because I appreciate what people have done for me in showing me the way, and I'm going to do that for you. So I don't know if you think it's cool. I think it's freaking cool though. Now, the other superpower of the time machine is that my jet does not have any Wi-Fi. It does not have any cell phone service. It is a complete disconnect. And it is marvelous. I mean, it's a complete disconnect. I'm completely disconnected from all things. It's just me. Yesterday, when I flew down here, it was just me up there in obviously the pilot, but it's just me sitting in the back by myself, me versus me with my thoughts, right? And this week, we've been talking about the power of a disconnect. We've been talking about how this spring break season, a lot of times we break away, right? We take a break from all of the things, and how important it is to not let the break kill your momentum, but rather allow that break to fuel your ascent. And today we're going to dive deeper into that. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show? We got to do some dancing, baby. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. There it is. Tony with the keys. Hashtag rise and grind. If you like this song, you can go download it anywhere you download music, man. Tony with the keys. Hashtag rise and grind. So this is the part of the show where we need to get these bodies in motion. Listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So it's time for you to get rocking and rolling. Listen, if you're laying in the bed right now, I need you to get up. Let's go. You got stuff to do. For real. Come on. I need you to get moving. If you're on a run, I'm going to go for a run right after this. If you're on a run, let's pick up the pace. You can go a little bit faster. You know you can. You know you got a little bit more. Let's go. You got this. If you're lifting weights, I want you to put on a little bit extra weight. Maybe you're taking your kids to school. Just get everybody jamming in the back. Let's go. Increase that energy, that vibration. You got this, all right? This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. So if you're over on Twitter, tweet it out. If you're over on Facebook, hit the share button. YouTube, I need you to share it out as well. Is that fair? Cool. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay or you're listening in, make sure you say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Hey, Angela Heath, great to see you. Robin Price, I'm glad you're here this morning. She says, I'm in Jacksonville. Right on. Beautiful. I love it. I see Debbie Dowling Waba's in the building. Vicky Everett's here. Soul Salcido. Great to see you, Soul. What's up, Donza and Tisha? I'm glad you're here as well. Renee Knorr is in the building. Tara Hope. Great to see you. Gail Becraft, Valerie Oakley, and Tarika Simmons. I see Emily Galler. What's up, Emily? She loves her Florida car, guys. What's up, Sahil? I'm glad you're here. Yasmin's in the building as well. I see the Queen, Renee Knorr, is up in here. TM Hyman and Russell Hill. Valerie Oakley and West Storm. Hello, Jennifer Ann. What's up, Vitali? Great to see you. Alexander Perry. Yup. Great to see you, sir. Melissa Hanna, one of my 800% Club tattoo twins. I'm glad you're here this morning. Ramon Ray is in the building this morning. What's up, Kevin Fadley? I'm glad you're here. Mr. Ibrahim Buddha, I'm glad you're here. Randy is in the building as well. Mr. Don Sankey, thanks for being here. Rich Pendrick. I see Patrick Abad. I love you, Patrick. I am so glad that you were here this morning. You and I will talk later, but golly, I love you, man. Randy Wagner is in the building today. And look, over on Twitter Spaces, I see Justin Conacow. I see Christina Howard is up in here this morning. I see, Kim Walsh Phillips. Hi, Kim Walsh Phillips. I see Jackie's in the building. Melvin's in the building. Felicia is here, and Ramona and Janine and Clarissa and Jafar. I see Jeannie and Tracy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, check it out. We're starting to pack the house over there on Twitter Spaces. Man, I was talking with Brad Wise and the Furman team be killing it. That's right. I was talking with Nelson and Jerry, who are two names that the Clubhouse people would know. And they're also two people that have converted. They're spending a lot of time over on Twitter Spaces and have been doing really, really, really well over there. But I got to spend a little bit of time with those two guys. Man, those two guys are absolute characters. Absolute characters, all right? But hey, listen, I love that you are here with me. Felicia's everywhere today. I love that you're here with me today. I really, really do. I appreciate you hanging out with me digitally. I do want to let you know that we're going to have an opportunity to spend time together in IRL, I think is what they say, in real life. We're going to be in Dallas, Texas, April 13th and 14th, I believe it is. You'll have to go to bwcdaily.com/Dallas2023. That's bwcdaily.com/Dallas2023. I will be speaking at that particular event put on by my guy Ramon Ray and Trevor Houston. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but I am the #1 speaker in America. So I would love for you to come join us at that particular event. It's going to be absolutely amazing. If you can make it, I would love for you to be there. Dallas, Texas. Don't miss it. We're going to have our Champions Business Conference. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Would love to see you there. Cool? Cool. All right, let's dive in. All right, so check it out. On Monday morning, we talked about springing into success by still having a powerful morning routine, even when you're on a break or a vacation. Yes, if you want to sleep a little later, sleep a little later. Know your sleep cycles, right? Super important. I got one sleep cycle last night because we were up a little bit later. So know your sleep cycles. That part matters, right? But don't change the morning routine. Make sure you still hit mind, body, and spirit first thing every single day, even when you're on one of these breaks, right? It's super, super, super important that you stay consistent with that we don't lose any momentum and you're prepared for whatever might come that day. Now, Tuesday, we talked about springing into creativity, right? Unlocking your creativity during these breaks by doing things that you're passionate about, by spending time writing, spending time creating, spending time sitting still, catching sunrises, etc., etc. Now, today we're going to talk about you versus you on spring break. You versus you on any break. And this is a conversation that we're not going to have any fancy videos. This is just you and I having a heart-to-heart, in-depth conversation, if that's fair. So last night, as I told you, I had dinner with some really incredible people at the Soho Beach House is where we were. The Soho Beach House in Miami, Florida. And last night after dinner, I mean, we're talking like in this room, right? Dozens of multimillionaires in the room. Dozens of multimillionaires in the room. And then a handful of billionaires, like at least 5 billionaires in the room. There was one guy in the room that Grant was telling me was worth more than everyone else in the room combined. Right? And last night, after dinner, they invited me out to go out with them in Miami. Some of the people, not all of the people. But they invited me to go out with them last night in Miami. Now, we're talking Miami nightlife, all right? Miami nightlife, limitless resources, limitless, billions of bucks on the table. Nothing is off the menu, right? Nothing's off the menu. Limitless resources, amazing Miami nightlife, unbelievable opportunity once in a lifetime. I mean, we're talking, these people pulled up for this dinner in Lamborghinis, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, like everyone in the room worth millions. And I mean, it's just crazy, right? The fun that could be had, the places we could go. And my reply, no thank you. No thank you. I get to do a show at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow. No thank you. I get to do a show at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow. I need to get to my hotel so that I have enough time to get at least one sleep cycle so that I can be the most energetic person in the room, because I get to do a daily morning show at 5:30 a.m. And some of them looked at me like we were like I was crazy, right? Like, who do you work for? You're going to lose your job, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, look, man, nobody pays me to do this show. Nobody pays me a dime. There's no sponsors on this show, as you know. Those of you that have been running with me for a while, ain't nobody sponsoring this show. And it's kind of a nuisance doing that. I mean, if you could see, like, I don't know what all you guys could see from this camera angle right here, but we're talking, the microphone. There's like a whole bag of equipment and stuff that I carry around. Last night I get to the Soho hotel. When we landed, I didn't have time to check into the hotel first, so I've got my bag with the Zoom deal that Pastor Jeff got for me, and there's wires and cords everywhere. I'm setting it up last night, and can't go to bed till everything's set up, so on and so forth, right? Like, it's a bit of a nuisance. It's not convenient at all, especially on the road. But I get to do this show, man. Discipline, congruency, alignment. These three words matter. Discipline, congruency, alignment. I don't get paid to be here. There's no requirement. There's absolutely zero requirement for me to be here right now. And yet this show has been the springboard that has transformed literally every aspect of my life. This show has impacted my relationship with my wife. This show has impacted my relationship with my children. This show has impacted my relationship with God. This show has impacted my finances. This show has impacted my career. This show has impacted my network of friends. This show has completely changed who I am. Because see, every single morning when I do this show, the only person I see on my screen is me. And so every word that comes out of my mouth, my brain immediately says, is what he's saying aligned? Is he being congruent? When I first started this show, I'll be honest, some of the things I'd say, this is what you should be doing, or this is the best practice, or this is what I learned, or this is the experience. But my life out, like when the camera was off, didn't align like perfectly in the beginning. My heart always did, my character always did, nothing out of ethics. But I wasn't necessarily practicing what I preached. Not in all aspects. But over time, you keep looking at yourself in the mirror and you're speaking the words, and it's like, whoa, hold up, man. And what I've really learned is alignment, congruency, discipline. These things matter. So listen, take a break from work when you need to take a break from work. And take a break from the mundane and the normal routine when you need to take a break from the mundane and the normal routine. Take a break from the world. Take a break from television, from news, from social media, from your emails, from all those things. Take the break, right? Take a break from all of the noise. I highly suggest you do that. But never break your character. Never break alignment. Never break your disciplines. Never break from who you are. Now listen, that's a hard thing to do if you don't know who you are. Like, it's hard to do if you don't know what work you have been called to do or that you're doing. Like, I know I am the rise and grind guy. I'm the hashtag rise and grind guy. I know it because I've been this early rising, energetic, no caffeine drinking son of a gun for over a decade now, long before the show. I was talking to my wife about this 2 nights ago. I'm like, dang, man, who signed me up for that 3:20 a.m. time slot? And she was like, Glenn, even before the show, you were getting up and doing golfing at 9:30 in the morning, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Like, I'm the morning guy. I was gifted with this energy and the ability to bring it to the world. Like, I know who I am. Like, I do 3 things. There's 3 things that I do. I bring people together, I equip them with the tools they need to succeed, and I inspire them to be great. That's what I do. I bring people together, equip them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspire them to be great. For 4th of July, I bring people together, I equip them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspire them to be great. Like, my whole life, but since I was in kindergarten, when I was sitting there reading to 3rd graders, I would bring them together, equip them with the tools they needed to succeed, to be able to read, and then inspire them to be great. When I did the talent show back in middle school, bringing people together, equipping them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspiring them to be great. Like, I know who I am. I know what I do. I know my core values. I rise every day with intention and purpose. I'm evolving into the best version of myself that I can possibly be so that I can go out and make a positive impact in other people's lives. And everything that I do, we do together. Everything. We go on the jet together. We learn together. We have our ups and downs together, right? Rise, evolve, impact together. Those are my 4 core values. And I understand my beliefs. I believe God guides the way, and I believe volume solves everything. Those are my 2 core beliefs right there. I believe God guides the way, and I believe volume solves everything. I push 800% every single day. That is who I am. The question remains, who are you? If you don't know who you are, then you don't know what it is you get to do. And when you don't know what you get to do, the world will get you to do what they need and what they want to fulfill their desires. Last night I made the decision that is congruent and in line with who I am. When you're on these breaks, my challenge to you is that you do the same. Listen, friend, I love you. I do. My name is Glenn, and I'm your friend. And I love you very much. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. And I do believe that you and I were put here by God to become the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. So I want to challenge you to not be an average version of you, or even a little below average or a little bit above, but ultimately the absolute best. And in order for you to be the best version of you, you've got to be very clear on who you are. Stay disciplined, stay congruent, stay aligned. Does that sound fair? All right, check it out. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. I should be home in Lexington. I'll be back 5:30 a.m. Tomorrow morning. We'll do this all over again. For those of you hanging out on Twitter Spaces, I'm gonna head over there and we can have a conversation this morning as I transition into my running shoes. I'm gonna go get a little run in before we fly over to Tampa to go see Brad Wise and his crew over there at Furman Chevrolet. Have an amazing day. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow as we'll do this all over again on #Rise and Grind. Peace.
Happy birthday!
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. Grind, 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 grind. Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind.
Don't stop, get it.
Hashtag rise and
Don't stop, get it.
waking up the nation. Hashtag rise and grind. Waking up the nation. Hashtag rise and grind. Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning, and I'ma wake the world. It's so